Hello, so today I'm going to be doing my go-to makeup look, which is what I do for most photo shoots and also just what I do on the daily. I'll always do a winged eyeliner and I like to go for a red lip a lot of the time as well. So I always feel complete when I go out with my winged liner. So here we go. So to begin with, I'm just going to make sure I have all the hair out of my face. I've got a little headband. Alrighty, so to begin with, I'm just going to put moisturizer on my lips so that when we get to them, they're going to be nice and moisturized. I'm just going to squirt with Prep and Prime. Alrighty, when I do photo shoots, I always put a foundation on. If I am just doing the everyday look where I'm going out, I don't always do the foundation, in which case I'll just do a little bit of cover up on any spots or the under eyes I have. But I'm going to show you my full face, which is still quite light. I don't put too many layers of foundation or coverage on. I'm just going to put a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit of foundation on my hand, as you can see, and I'm just going to cover my face with that, with a nice thin layer. I also, as you can see, love to use my hands when it comes to applying makeup. I suppose I never got really in the habit of using brushes, but whatever works. So you can apply this with a brush or just with your fingers. So I've just put a really thin layer of foundation over the whole face. And now I'm gonna go for just a little bit of concealer under the eyes and on any spots that I have. And I also just like to go over with a light covering of powder. Just a really light amount, taking it down the neck and on the chest a little bit too. And then I also put a little bit on my finger and just dab under the eyes. And on the spots again. Alright, and so I don't always do it in this exact order. Sometimes I'll do the eyebrows first, sometimes I'll do the eyeliner first. Just depends. Today I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the brows first. I just feel like when your brows are done, it really completes. I'm not gonna say that. So I'll give them a brush first and then I'll just fill in the edges here where I have gaps, so just along there. I recently had my eyebrows waxed. Boring. Now, if you have a brow gel, I would use that to put the eyebrows in place so they don't fall. Or if you don't, you could just use a little bit of hairspray, spray it on the end of the brush and just go through the brows to keep them up. That's what I'll usually do. Okay, so we're gonna go into the eyeliner, which is what is the core of my makeup look, is the dark winged liner. So I'll come in closer for this. So I think the easiest way to do this one is I first will just do a line from the corner of my eye going up in a curve on either side, and then I'll draw from the top and join that curve there. So there's the little line, and then I'll start filling it in from the top. And it takes lots of strokes. It's never something I end up doing in one go. Lots of little strokes, as many as you need. Sometimes I'll thicken the line up a little bit from the bottom, so it's just sort of a guide when I go from the corner out, because you can always thicken it up a little bit, pull it out more. There we go, all done for one of them. And if you make any mistakes, you can use one of these. This is what I'll use, is a little Q-tip just to fix up the edges, or in here, if you have made any mistakes, you can just go over and just wet the end of it. I think that's alright. And then just go over any mistakes you have, any little lumps and bumps, and just smooth it out. I was speaking to a makeup artist once who loved to do the winged liner, and I asked her how she did it, and she said I just go for gold and then I go in with the Q-tip and I clean it all up. So don't worry about making any mistakes. There we go, and I just made a tiny little mistake down here, so I'm just going to go with the end of the Q-tip and just clean it up there a little bit. Okay, so all done with the liner. So you can go in and you can make it thicker, longer. I change it up depending on how dramatic I want to make it. So I guess this is a little bit understated. You can pull it out a lot more. In photos especially, you can go for that more dramatic eyeliner look.
What?
Alrighty, so now that I've done my liquid liner, what am I gonna go for next? Ooh. Okay, so sometimes I like to put a white pencil in my waterline just to open up my eyes a little bit.
Oh, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen!
Alrighty, so now I'm going to put on a little bit of blush, highlighter, and a little bit of bronzer. So I have a couple of different ones. Sometimes I'll use more of a liquid highlighter. This time I'm gonna try this one because I haven't properly tried it. My friend gave it to me. It's got highlighter, bronzer, and a blush in it. So I'm just putting it on my finger, and I'm just gonna go. From you, I don't do what I've been told. Yours. So I'm gonna go in with an eyelash curler. I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara, and then sometimes I'll put on lashes. Generally in photo shoots I will put on lashes. Today I'll put some on just to show you which ones I go for. So I'll either go for a couple of individuals just at the very ends to give that another sort of wing look, or I'll go for a set of eyelashes, but they're very short, they're only half eye. So a little bit of mascara to begin with. The bottom. Okay, so today I'm just going to put on a couple of individuals. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. So I put just a little bit of glue on the back of my hand so I can dip the tips of the individual lashes into it. Take an individual lash, dip it in the glue, and I'll just put it at the edge. And I'll go through with the mascara again after I've put a few in. The ones I go with aren't very much longer at all than my natural lashes, and that way I don't have to use too many. So with these individual lashes, I do like to reuse them. So if you take them off gently and then get the glue off them, they're good to go again. Otherwise the lashes I'll put on if I'm not using individuals are these ones. So it's just half an eye, and you can see they're longer at the ends, and then go down until they're probably about the same length as my natural lash. And if I do another makeup tutorial, I'll show you using that one, and I'll also do just a nice simple eyeshadow as well. Do you know the band Black Grape?
What?
And then so I'll just let the individuals dry, and then I'll go over with a coat of mascara again. So we're gonna head on to the lips now, and I'm gonna go with a red lip tonight. So I just wipe off any excess lip gloss I have on. Sometimes I'll overline my top lip a little bit. I am trying to embrace more and more my little lip. Look is coming together. So this one is one that stays on, and it comes with a gloss, but sometimes I'll just use a normal red lipstick, in which case I don't need to gloss it. There we go. Let me think. Okay, so sometimes I'll put a little beauty mark. So I do have a natural little freckle there, which I'll use as a guide if I want to do a beauty mark. I haven't really been doing it recently, but I feel like doing it today, so I'm going to do it. So I'll just go over my spot, and then I'll just tap it with my finger so it sort of blends in, and I'll just go with that amount. So sometimes I'll make it really bold, depending on the look I want to go for. All done for this makeup look. I do have some photos where I've got more colorful eyeshadow and things that I've been asked to do tutorials on, so I'll try and do one of those. I'm not a makeup artist at all. I've just sort of taught myself, and I've watched what makeup artists have done on me, so some of that has sunken in, and I've just sort of created my own way, so don't take it too seriously. A sketty.